Welcome to Holly Springs, once a sleepy town in western Wake County that's now exploded into one of the Triangle's hottest boomtowns. The transformation over the past decade has been nothing short of remarkable, with new businesses and housing communities sprouting up everywhere. Despite this rapid growth, Holly Springs has somehow managed to preserve that charming southern small town feel that so many folks are searching for. But hold on to your sweet tea, because today I'm pulling back the curtain on some facts that might have you second guessing a move to Holly Springs. As I always promise with you in my videos, I'm keeping it 100% real with you, sharing you not just the Instagram worthy highlights, but also the challenging realities, and yes, even the not so pretty truths. Today, I'm diving into 8 revealing facts about Holly Springs that might make you think twice before calling your realtor on this town. If you're curious about what could possibly be wrong with this seemingly perfect suburb, stay tuned because we're jumping right in. Let's kick things off with something nuclear, literally. Holly Springs catches some side-eye, as my daughter would say, boombastic, from neighboring towns because it shares its backyard with the Sharon Harris nuclear power plant, operated by Duke Energy. Technically, the plant is actually in New Hill, just west of Holly Springs, but those cooling towers are visible from parts of the town. To put your mind at ease, it isn't like an Aaron Brockovich thing. They've only had to shut down once back in 2013 due to a crack that was quickly repaired. The federal government actually ranks it among the top 3 safest nuclear power plants nationwide. And most locals don't even lose sleep over it. I promise, like the Aaron Brockovich thing, the fish in the lake aren't doing night lights or any type of sporting extra fins or anything crazy like that. Still, it's something to research if you're considering moving here. Speaking of things that might make you wrinkle your nose a little bit, Holly Springs is home to South Wake Landfill, nestled between Holly Springs and Apex. It's become something of a local punchline, with residents joking about it and saying whether you can catch a stinky while you're shopping at Target. I've personally shown countless homes within the landfill's vicinity, and honestly, my nose hasn't detected anything concerning. For most residents, it's kind of like a non-issue, with only occasionally seasonal odors that are not normally deal breakers. Modern technology has made impressive strides in containing those smells within the dump site. If you're particularly sensitive to odors, I definitely recommend scheduling your home tours on different times and different days, whether it's hot or cold, just to make sure that you conduct your own kind of smell test. Now let's talk about the explosive growth, which is kind of everywhere, but Holly Springs is one of the rock stars. So back when I was rocking the Patrick Swayze mullet and the tight ripped jeans, oh wait, these mullets are coming back and the ripped jeans are, but oof. But this time was a long time ago. I'm talking about what it was in the early 90s. Holly Springs was just really like a dot on the map with barely 1,000 residents and, super sleepy town. Fast forward to the 2000s and that number has, skyrocketed to about 20,000. By 2010, we're looking at 25,000 folks calling Holly Springs their home. Then flash forward to 2025 and we've blown past all the projections, with a population of 49,401 residents in Holly Springs. That's a big difference from 1,000. This meteoric rise explains why you see so much construction around town. This rapid expansion brings me to another point that some transplants, they kind of struggle with. The relative lack of the mature greenery, the big kind of trees that we all talk about. When you're cruising through newer neighborhoods, you might notice they're not exactly forest-like, which is abnormal in North Carolina. But before you blame all those evil developers for basically clearing and cutting nature's paradise away, remember that much of this land was actually working farmland for generations and generations. Those trees were cleared a long time ago, before the first foundation was even poured. To their credit, builders are diligently planting trees and landscaping, but Mother Nature needs time to work her magic. If you're dreaming of the towering oaks creating natural canopy around your house and the streets, like in some of the established parts of Raleigh, Cary, or Durham, You'll need to target Holly Springs' older neighborhoods like Sunset Ridge, Braxton Village, Sunset Lake Village, and Valentine Place rather than some of the fresh developing new construction. Infrastructure is another growing pain that Holly Springs is wrestling with. Highway 55, the main artery that basically goes through the town, can transform into a parking lot, literally. Country roads that once served a handful of farm families are now major throughways for subdivisions with hundreds and hundreds of homes. Yet many haven't been widened to accommodate the increased traffic. And then school zones, forget about it. You might want to pack breakfast, lunch, maybe get close to dinner if you're caught in that gridlock. But there is a silver lining, maybe. The I-540 outer loop, which is awesome on some of the areas that I've actually driven with and driven through that are finished. With Holly Springs, it basically resembles a half-finished horseshoe completed near Knightdale, Holly Springs, and Apex. In the next few years, this should give some blessed relief to our overtaxed roadways. Here's an engineering quirk that catches newcomers off guard. About 20 years ago, town implemented a bypass system with mandatory U-turns that keep traffic flowing. In driving, this means that often you'll find yourself unable to make a simple left turn. You'll have to turn right, drive a little bit, then make the U-turn to head into your originally intended direction. Sounds bizarre, and it absolutely is, but it's one of those Holly Springs quirks you'll eventually just have to adapt to. Though I still find myself muttering under my breath about all that craziness after all these years when I drive there. Before I continue, I have to give a heartfelt shout out to the incredible team at Wake Med. We love them. When my wife had her gallbladder removed 2 years ago, the doctors, nurses, and the entire staff were nothing short of miraculous. And to this day, Brandy's just awesome with the surgery and what she had to deal with in regards to her gallbladder. So thank you. If there was a 6-star rating that I actually could give everyone at Wake Med, they definitely deserve one. Now back to Holly Springs. If you're seeking a vibrant nightlife or cultural hotspot, Holly Springs might leave you yawning a little bit, despite having a historic downtown area and a new commercial district. Their entertainment options, to be honest, are, let's just say, a little bit limited. They have opened up a few awesome wine and bar hangouts that Brandy and I love to go to. Wine 101, where you'll be able to kind of sit from a $20 bottle of wine to a $500 bottle of wine, and they only make you pay per sip that you have. So get a little pour if you like it, get a little bit bigger one, and it's awesome. They also have a few munchies, charcuterie plates. You'll definitely love there. We love that place. Also, Nightingale is a very nice rooftop bar that we go to often with our friends. You'll get beautiful views of sunsets, and you'll have views of pretty much all of Holly Springs, Apex, and beyond. It's actually really pretty up there. But anything resembling like a night on the town, you'll definitely be heading out to Cary, Apex, Raleigh, or Durham if you really want to go all out. While you'll find your big box staples like Target, Walmart, and some great casual dining spots and some charming boutiques, the social scene just honestly isn't really sizzling. But it can be enough if you like kind of like a calm, peaceful night with a few friends or just you and your wife or spouse. The grocery situation is solid, with plenty of options including Harris Teeter, Aldi, Lowe's Foods, Food Lion, a Walmart Super Center, and I heard Wegmans is actually rumored to come in sometime this year. You're also not far from Costco and Trader Joe's, which many of our friends from California that transplanted over here, and some of our transplants that came down from New York, Connecticut, they just love these places. And if you need any type of like medication or sick, anything like that, you're definitely covered. Holly Springs Pharmacy, Benzer Pharmacy, Real Low Discount Store, Harris Teeter, CVS, Walgreens, they're all there, so that's awesome. I always suggest for first timers to kind of explore downtown areas, grab coffee, lunch. They have OSHA, which is awesome sushi if you like sushi, and kind of get the vibe of the feeling in town, and then compare it to some of the more developed areas like Fenton, Cary, North Hills, and Raleigh. But I'm telling you, if you go to Holly Springs, you definitely want to go and eat at OSHA, and then right over the street, is that Wine 101, so you can hang out and just kind of have a little cocktail and hang out and have a good time. Most of the more vibrant destinations are only about a 20 to 25 minute drive away, so it's no big deal. Now, when it comes to home prices, Holly Springs remains relatively affordable to its upscale neighbors like Cary and Apex. As of 2025, you're looking at a median listing house price in Holly Springs of about $650,000. Breaking that down a little bit further, townhomes are kind of hovering around $542,500. Existing single-family homes are kind of averaging about $565,000, and new construction, which there's a lot of on single-family homes, typically start at around $675,000. These prices still give many buyers sticker shock, especially considering you're about 30 minutes from downtown Raleigh. If your budget is feeling the squeeze, you might want to explore neighboring communities like Fuquay Varina, Anger, or Willow Springs, where your dollar will definitely stretch a lot further over there. For new construction enthusiasts, Holly Springs is definitely your playground, as Cary and much of Apex have already been built out, but there's some beautiful homes over there. Developers have set their sights westward to Holly Springs. For those curious about where to plant their roots, the crown jewels of Holly Springs neighborhood are 12 Oaks, very nice, Holly Glen, and Sunset Ridge, each offering distinctive amenities and community vibes that you'll definitely love. Just remember that champagne taste and new construction often comes with the mimosa brunch of construction noise, and navigating around work crews for a while is a little bit crazy. Education in Holly Springs earns awesome top marks, with niche.com awarding local schools with an impressive A- rating. But here's a curveball that'll surprise many transplants. Just because you believe that your dream home is like zoned for a particular school, like in California, it doesn't guarantee that your child will actually be able to attend it. Wake County operates on a cap system where schools that reach capacity stop accepting new students even if they live in the zone, which is a little crazy. I have a friend whose children ended up at different high schools despite living in the same neighborhood. Literally opposite sides of the street were assigned to different schools, which is crazy. This isn't unique to Holly Springs, but definitely happens throughout Wake County. If specific schools are a priority for your family, you'll need to do thorough research and check out the current assignments and caps. I know this can be jarring, especially for folks from states like California, where if you bought an address, you're basically buying that house to be able to go to that school. These growing pains are part of Holly Springs' evolution as the town races to build infrastructure to match its booming population. While I've shared several reasons that might make you think twice about Holly Springs, don't write it off just yet. If these potential drawbacks haven't scared you away, be sure to check out my companion video highlighting all the reasons that people absolutely love living in Holly Springs, which is going to be on our Life in Raleigh NC YouTube channel. If this insider info has been helpful, smash that like button so others can discover this video too. And if Holly Springs or anywhere in the Triangle is calling your name, I'd be thrilled to help out and help you find your perfect home. My contact details are right here on the screen. You can give us a call, send us a text, or send us an email, however you prefer to reach out. Remember, when you're relocating the Triangle, I've got your back. Until next time, see y'all later and take care.